that's exactly what the people that were boarding their ship are trying to do to us. Let them have it. You got it back to full cock?
It didn't go off.
Now the last one we're going to do, we're going to fight those a little bit. Now, how many people were here at opening gun? So you know how loud it can be.
Oh yeah.
Instead, we're going to fire a little bit smaller round now. Now there's a process that we use.
It would launch it somewhere. Yeah, hit somebody. Hit some people.
This is called a worm. And what we do is we run this down the barrel and we twist it around. You might have seen something similar to this. It's usually on the end of a wine cork. And that's what you clear out. You pull the wine cork out of the bottle with. Well, that's essentially what we're trying to do here. Is we're trying to run this down the barrel and rotate it and then pull anything that might be left in there out. Just like that. That's the remnants of what was in there before. Wadding. And the wadding that we use, since we're out at sea, we have all these pieces of rope and we have sailcloth that's no longer usable. So we take all these fibers and we basically shred them, and that's what we use for wadding, as well as pieces of your shirt and whatever else we have. Well, what you do, we're going to have to light this, is you clear it out with a worm first, place the charge inside, and ram it home. Then you put the wadding in, and you tamp that down. Now, this is where we usually make one of those jokes called an innuendo, where we explain that the harder you pack it, the louder she screams. And it's actually, in fact, true. If I just put the round in there, or the powder, and I don't tamp it down very tight, what you get is a little, and it doesn't work.
By the way, if your children get these jokes, it's not our fault.
We assume that you explained it to them.
They heard it somewhere, but it wasn't us.
Well, I sort of get it.
That's scary.
I'll see you after the show.
Next, you're going to take the pick.
The only reason I get it is
Press
because
it down
it
through the
makes
vent hole
sense.
to hopefully poke a hole into the powder charge. Finally, you take the primer, or you can use a fuse. I don't use fuse. He uses fuses on the mortars. We use simple powder. Powder tends to work a little bit better for me. And besides, when I use powder, I really enjoy especially at night. Oh my. Wow. That's a lot of powder. That's a lot of primer. This is great at night. Using primer powder at night, you can get, one, don't put your face over this, because you can get literally a 2-foot flame out of the touch hole, as well as the 8-foot flame out of the front. Now, this is a very small charge, so you're not going to get very much out of this.
Young people, even if you don't have earplugs, I do want you to put your hands over your ears, okay? I mean this now. I wouldn't have the pistols, but this is going to be loud, young man, I mean it, okay?
Especially the really, really little ones.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go. Now, if we were going to be on a ship and we were going to fire on a regular basis, we'd have a bucket of water standing by. You take one end of the swab, you stuff water, and then you run it down the barrel.